These cameras are currently recording 6 of the dumbest criminals you have ever seen inside this car. They have just kidnapped 22-year-old Tammy Pointer from her home and are driving her 3 miles away to end her life for unknown reasons. But even as their plan quite literally goes up in flames, this night would prove to be a tragedy for those who love Tammy.
She's right here at the bottom of the stairs.
What's going on? She's dead in the basement. Are you serious? Yeah.
With her dead, it will now be a race against the clock to figure out who the 6 people in this footage were, as officers discover a disturbing trail of clues and a secret mastermind that has been slipping through the cracks this entire time.
I'm not the mastermind. I wasn't involved with these people. You got 5 people, there were 5 people putting you there. No, stop.
November 4th, 2021 was the eve of Alicia Tammy Pointer's 22nd birthday, and she had a lot to celebrate. The young adult was thriving, working as a caregiver for the elderly, and making plans to one day open up her own daycare. At such a young age, she was already setting herself up for a bright future. But that night, as the clock ticked closer and closer to Alicia's birthday, her twin sister Aaliyah knew something was wrong. When she awakened sometime after midnight and discovered her sister gone, she got a sinking feeling, one that only deepened in the following hours when floods of texts, a social media scandal, and threats began to run rampant. Terrified, she rushed to the police department, desperate for them to find her sister before it was too late. Because based on everything she had seen, her sister was a kidnapping victim, and it was only a matter of time before her kidnappers were done with her.
So obviously your sister's missing, right?
Yes.
And when do you realize that she's missing?
When I wake up around 12 a.m., 1 a.m. maybe,
Okay.
And I call her phone, and she answered, but I believe she was still forced to act like she was okay, because she was in Turquoise's car.
Turquoise was Tammy's former roommate. And though Tammy's sister got a text stating she was just out late with her, she knew something wasn't right. Tammy wasn't one to go out without letting her sister know, and she had never just disappeared so late at night with anyone before. When Tammy's boyfriend Colin got a call while she was supposedly driving around with Turquoise, Aaliyah's twin spidey senses were proven right, because something was clearly very, very wrong. And she wasn't just missing, she was in danger.
Colin, the day that Alicia went missing, apparently, I guess someone texted my sister Kimberly off of her phone and said, Colin left me stranded down the way somewhere. So I called Colin to check him and see, why would you do that? He said, is this a joke? Like, what are you talking about? And I said, you don't know what I'm talking about? He said, no, he has not been with my sister. He's in Michigan, Detroit. He only spoke with Alicia when she was getting dropped off at my house by Turquoise.
So he admitted he spoke to her at night when Turquoise dropped her off?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so as we're on the phone speaking, he gets a call from my sister's phone, and he sees Alicia in the back crying, in the back of her car crying. And he kept asking her, who are you with? What is going on? And she kept looking up, and he told me that it looked like she was being forced to not say something. So she kept looking back down and crying.
So he actually did receive a call from Alicia that same night?
The same night, yeah.
Did she FaceTime?
Yeah, off of her phone. And he asked, who are you with? And a guy said, I don't know if I'm supposed to say profanity.
You're fine.
He said, your daddy. And it was Hakeem who said that, who had her phone. And he hung up. And that's when Colin called me back. He was like, bro, call the police.
Colin described the FaceTime call he received from Tammy in detail to police. According to him, tears were streaming down Tammy's face and she was unable to speak. It was clear that she wasn't holding the phone. Instead, someone was standing over her, pointing it at her face. Someone who was taunting Colin and torturing his girlfriend. With that revelation, police realized that they're truly racing against the clock, because Tammy has undeniably been kidnapped. But to find out by who, they have to talk to Turquoise, the roommate who she was with, immediately. And she tells police a harrowing story. According to her, she was parked with her friend Tashara when she was ambushed by a group of people she loosely knew. Lots of names here, so take a look at these faces, because you're going to hear a whole lot of BS coming out of them soon. The people who allegedly jumped Turquoise were Hakeem Ali Shomo, his girlfriend Portria Williams, teenage troublemaker Destiny Henderson, and Nathaniel Polk Jr. But they didn't want Turquoise, they just wanted her access to their real target.
After she told me to get out the car,
She asked me and Tashara where our phone was. At that time, she didn't take our phones yet, but me and Tashara was outside of the car. That's when Hakeem was on the passenger side, trying to get Tashara out of the car. So they got us out of the car. They patted us down. Destiny patted me down, trying to see if I had a gun or anything on me, any weapons. Then they told me and Tashara to get back in the car. I gave it to her. She was looking through my phone and she seen that.
Destiny was?
Yes. That Tammy was sharing her location. So when she seen that, she went back at me and told me that it's either I take her to Tammy or she's going to shoot me in my driveway.
And she said that before y'all pulled off? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So then y'all drive to get Tammy. So it's just you and Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So she still has the gun on you?
Yeah.
The group of thugs were desperately looking for Tammy, willing to do anything to find her. Why? Turquoise didn't know, at least not at first. The group followed the shared location on Turquoise's phone to find Tammy, and when they got there, they forced Turquoise to lure Tammy out. In this case, knowing that Tammy had just gotten a new kitten, she claimed she was bringing kitty litter over. Tammy came out expecting a gift from her friend, and instead she was met with a car full of people out for blood. A car full of people who didn't actually want her, they wanted her boyfriend. That's right, the decoy was luring another decoy.
And all they wanted was Colin.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the crazy part. They weren't even together. And when Hakeem was punching her, when we got to the first house, he just kept saying like me and her was guilty of association. And we get there. Hakeem comes back over to the car, and he gets to beating Tammy up in the seat.
Like he opens the door and starts, punching her?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's beating up on her and they're sort of arguing back and forth. And then what happens?
Tammy's just trying to cover her face and stuff. And Destiny has a gun pointed at me, and she tells me to get out the car. He pushed me to the field on the grass. He pulled Tammy out, took Tammy upstairs in the bando. Destiny went, I think the back door first, and then came out the side door from unlocking the front door.
Okay, So Destiny goes in first to unlock the doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, Turquoise was set free. The last image she saw of her friend was Tammy bloodied and beaten. With that information, police are on edge. This is their first indication that Tammy is being physically harmed, and with that, they race to speak with the people who Turquoise claimed kidnapped Tammy, starting with the youngest and most vulnerable, Destiny. They hope that Destiny will lead them to where Tammy is being held hostage, and she does lead them somewhere, but it's not where anyone was hoping.
Hey, I'm Ship. Have her walk this way. How certain are you?
Hey, what? Go through her and go through that door. And your bring down, take him, secure the car. He with me. Have home and secure this female in the car. Hey, Captain, hold on, I got my camera. Hold on, let me get this camera going, guys.
She's right here at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, mark with the gunshot.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Lying at the bottom of those filthy stairs in the abandoned home is Tammy's body. She took her final breath in an abandoned crack house, far from home, while her family desperately tried to find her. And in their grief, they have one question they need answered. Why? Why was Tammy killed so brutally? Why was she killed at all? She actually hadn't been involved at all. She didn't know the victim. Her boyfriend Colin was in a long fight with one of the men involved, Nathaniel, and while the two were fighting, he poked fun at the death of Mo, which led to everyone thinking he was involved. She died over a stupid feud that actually had nothing to do with the murder. which naturally brought police to question the very person who led them to the body, Destiny, who surprisingly is one of the only people willing to tell the truth in the interrogation room, for the most part, that is.
I want to tell you all from like how this all started.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Which happened on Tuesday.
It happened at the emergency room when Mo got killed.
Okay.
Okay. So Mo got killed. His uncle, aka his brother, called my phone on Instagram and said, Mo died. Mo died. We at the hospital right now. Come up here.
What's his name?
Hakeem Shomo.
Let's break things down here, because the only thing more confusing than having 6 perpetrators in a crime is when all of those perps have several nicknames, and in this case, victims too. 2 days prior to Tammy's kidnapping, another young adult in the neighborhood, Aminhas Jazz Shomo, was shot and killed in a random act of violence. Jazz, who also went by Mo, was just 19 years old, and his murder sent shockwaves through the community. It especially affected his uncle, Hakeem Shomo. Devastated by Mo's death, Hakeem made it his mission to kill the person he thought was responsible for it.
He called me. I went up to the emergency room. He put me to the side. Hakeem put me to the side. Like, you know we gotta handle this, right? And I told him, I'm like, I ain't trying to get into nothing. You know, I told him that. When I left the hospital, I went to Hakeem's house, which I should have never went to his house. We ain't really know nothing about Mo Killer that night. We ain't know nothing. I went home, I went to sleep. I woke up, I came back, and I guess he had something. He had something saying, it was this dude named Colin, or Free the Guys on Instagram. Colin was posting on Instagram saying he should never, if he ain't get hit in his back, he would have died faster. He would have ran faster. You know, I know you seen the post on Instagram with Colin, so he was showing me that. And I was just like, damn, that's messed up. He just out here saying he killed him. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Like, you should get us to the police. He was like, no, we not giving this to the police. We gonna do this ourselves. So I guess he dug deep into it, and the baby mama. I could say that I really wasn't even on no investigating type shit. Like, I wasn't trying to find these people. I wasn't trying to like get no revenge. I wasn't trying to do none of that. Colin was posting all that. So, as you know, Tammy, whatever. I mean, her name.
Alicia.
Alicia
Tammy.
Alicia, she, I guess she was Colin's girlfriend. They thought she was Colin's baby mama, which they had all their facts mixed.
Destiny may not have been trying to search for ways to find Colin, who made a post about Mo's death, but everyone else was. Now, Destiny has lined out why people believed Colin murdered Mo. Evidently, he made a post making some kind of claim that he was behind it or supported it, which isn't cool, obviously, but also based on law enforcement's findings, wasn't true. There have been no arrests linked to Mo's murder, despite officers thoroughly checking Colin's phones and whereabouts on the day of the killing. His alleged comments, however, made it so his actual involvement in the death didn't matter, because everyone in the car that night trying to find Colin was out for revenge, and no one displays that better than Mo's pregnant girlfriend, Portria Williams, who starts the interrogation off with a bang, playing the innocent, sad, pregnant woman, and subverts that pretty quickly when she tells the police her nickname.
Do you go by a different name?
No, it's just the one with my Instagram name.
What's your Instagram name?
It's Slaughter Boy.
Police opt to call her Portria instead, for obvious reasons. That being said, throughout the videos you'll hear her referred to as Portria and Porsche. Evidently, Slaughter Boy didn't stick with her homies either. They ask her about her relationship with Mo, who, remember, is the person whose close friends and uncle believe was killed by Colin.
He just recently passed away. I'm so sorry. How long were you all together?
We just got together in April.
Okay.
You know, he said he purposely got me pregnant a month later.
Were you okay with that?
This is my first kid. This is my first boyfriend.
He's your first boyfriend? How'd y'all meet?
I thought he was a girl when we met on Facebook.
And then you got pregnant when? In May?
Yeah, it's like between the end of May, beginning of June.
Okay. And you said that he intentionally wanted to get you pregnant? You're smiling about it, so I'm guessing you're okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how was your relationship? You had a relationship?
It was great. I was the only person he would listen to versus his mom. Like, his mom said she didn't ever like anyone that he talked to or dated, or he's never even been past these girls for like a couple days. They would never even make it past. But she said anytime that he was with me, and she would ask for him to come home, he would just be like, "No, Mom, cool." Like, she's right, cool. Like he would just never give in to her. And she's also the woman that verified that they all know each other. She was the one that told me that that young lady knows Jazz, and she posted that she didn't know this man, and it bothered me. So I said something, but she's really, they're all just weirdly lying. All they have to do is admit that they know him.
Her anger is starting to show, and given her situation, it is a bit understandable. But where that anger brought her is the problem, because immediately after Mo's death, rumors began to fly about Colin's involvement, and somehow spiraled into claims that Tommy somehow set Mo up to be killed. Tammy, desperate to set the record straight, had actually gone online, reminding people that she had never even met or messaged Mo before in her life. For Portria, those claims were infuriating, because she was convinced, yet the reality of where those rumors came from is as shocking as it is sinister.
Portria, do you know why you're here today?
I just want to talk to somebody.
Okay. We're investigating a serious crime involving a female that I believe that you know.
I don't know her, but I thought y'all was calling because y'all found something out about my dude. I don't know her, but I've heard of her. I've been hearing information about her. But I've also just learned to meet her name was Alicia. I thought she was Tammy.
She goes by Tammy. She goes by Tammy too.
Okay.
Alright. So, what can you tell me about her?
I just know that she knows those group of girls that set my boyfriend up. She knows the boys. They know for setting people up and jumping them and taking them for what they have, and I don't know, like that's really all I know is what people tell me.
What people told Portria was a web of lies, all spiraling out from, honestly, a cruel joke. Because prior to Mo's death, Colin was in a bit of a street war with one of Mo's close friends, Nathaniel, and when Mo died, Colin saw it as an opportunity to hurt Nathaniel. He thought it was a few lies, some taunting, gross wannabe gangster behavior.
They get to arguing, like trying to argue with me on the post, and I instantly said, well, damn, like, y'all, I said something which was taunting them though, and I know it could have like made them
Take it you have.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that. That I said something that would make them think I had something to do with it. But it's like the guy like before
disrespectful, maybe.
Yeah, I did say
Like
some
make
disrespectful
them angry.
things. Yeah, I did say some disrespectful things and make them angry.
That lie, those rage bait comments on the internet grew into a rumor that ultimately cost Tammy, an innocent person who didn't even know Mo, her life. So maybe think before you make those mean comments on Facebook or here. Now, based on those false rumors, Portria, Hakeem, Destiny, and Nathaniel forced Turquoise to lure Tammy into the vehicle. And here's Destiny to tell us what happened next.
So the girl comes out. She gets in the car. I point the gun at her and say, please don't move. Hakeem puts Tammy in the house. And I'm telling Nate, Nate,
How
he
do you
was
put her in a
around.
house? What do you mean?
Went through the front. He went through the front door. The front door was unlocked.
He opened the door and said, get out of the car.
Yeah, he grabbed her. He said, get out of the car. And he had her phone. He told her, like, what's the password? She gave him the password. Colin was calling her ridiculously at this time. Hakeem wanted to know so bad where Colin was at that Tammy was getting on the phone. She was trying to get his location, but he wasn't going. He knew something was fishy going on. He knew it. He knew it. Like, he seen it in her. Like, so he went. He's telling us that he's telling Tammy that he's in Michigan, but he was still in Cleveland. So Tammy couldn't get it. She couldn't get where Colin was at. Basically, she was just there. Like, I mean, she was there They was trying to get Colin the whole time. They turned her location services off. They told her to text her sister and tell her sister that she was alright. To call her sister, she kept saying no. My sister's not gonna believe me. It's our birthday. I need to go home. Can I at least go home for my birthday? And all this. And Hakeem just, I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't put my hands on her. Hakeem, though, it wasn't no taming him.
What did he do to her?
He burnt her with a forehead.
We'll show you a copy here in a second with the one with the gun in her mouth.
I don't want to see the copy. I know, and yeah, I witnessed him take that picture off his baby mama phone. I mean, off his girlfriend's phone. Yes, he had his girlfriend phone. He took the picture off his girlfriend's phone.
So, phone in one hand, like...
Phone, yeah.
And then gun in the other, is that
his gun?
No, that was Portia's gun.
So Portia owns that gun?
No, she bought it off the street.
I mean, were you present when she bought the gun?
Mm-mm.
She just told you that?
She bought it from my cousin.
What's her cousin's name?
She ain't tell me that.
So...
She bought it like this week?
She bought it next day Mo died. Like, next day for Mo died.
The first day, Tammy, who had no information to offer her captors, was put through nothing short of hell, and the night ended with a nightmare. A weapon was put in her mouth, a photo was taken, and that photo was sent to her loved ones and circulated on the internet. The evilness of that is truly hard to comprehend. And you know what else is hard to comprehend? The fact that Portria, whose gun was used in the photo, is eager to repeatedly claim she wasn't there at all and had nothing to do with the kidnapping.
I want to be real honest with you, right? Like, first, I am so sorry for your loss. No one deserves to be murdered. And I know who's the father of that baby that you love. And I can't bring him back. We can't do that, and I'm so sorry for that. If I could, I would. But what I can do is I can find the people who are responsible, and I can get you in touch with the homicide detectives, and I can bring them to justice. But I can bring them to justice the real way. If it's the other way, if it's the street way, it just keeps going on. It doesn't.
It's the best way because they get to live there.
Right? But here's the problem. Things have spun up now to be pretty serious.
Yeah, I already know.
But do you understand that if something happens to her sister, Tammy, or whatever you want to call her, you could be held partially responsible?
I don't like it.
I understand that, and I also understand that you love that little baby and you want to be a great mom and you want to take care of him, and you don't want to do that in jail. You have to help us. This has to end. This is serious stuff, and you're facing some serious potential charges. And listen, you seem like a really nice girl who's hurting, who's so sad. My heart hurts for you for that. At the same time, I believe in justice, but I believe in real justice. I believe in bringing people into a court of law, like you said, and then they have to live with it for the rest of their life. And I will do everything I can to bring that justice. But this isn't justice. This isn't doing it. And if it keeps going this way, it's going to ruin so many more lives. And not just yours, but your son's too. You have so much opportunity to raise that little boy to be a great, great man and to tell him stories about his dad.
No, don't do that.
You do.
Because there's a lot of city street cameras.
There are a lot of city street cameras, like a lot of them, and in them, police captured moments after one of the group's getaway vehicles caught on fire as they were trying to transport their kidnapping victim. You're about to see Hakeem, Destiny, Portria, and Nathaniel all hop out of the car in a panic, before they nervously scuttle back to try and put it out. Then, after putting the flames, well, mostly out, the second car arrives, which Turquoise is in along with India, who owns one of the vehicles. With this plethora of footage tying everyone to the crime, Portria is faced with the reality that she's cornered now, and she has two choices. 1. Deny everything. 2. Throw everyone else under the bus. Portria, however, chooses a secret third option. Throw everyone under the bus while simultaneously making herself a poor, poor victim.
Did they tie this girl up? Did they tie Tammy up? Was she able to move freely?
As far as I see, was that Tabby didn't have anything tied up on her. She was fine. She told me she had heart problems. And then I was talking to her about my brother who had heart problems. And I asked her if she was cold. And I gave her a cover because just like I was going to bed when she was too, like we both didn't know what was going on. And, we didn't know what was going on. I was pretty much like just stuck in the house. I can't just be outside walking. So I was just in here, and we was just both in here. And she was talking to me, and she was telling me how she was sorry because she made a joke about Mo's death. And she apologized. And I told her that he was supposed to be a father. And I asked her, oh, what is mother in this apartment? She didn't know. She didn't know. And I didn't know. And I just pretty much stuck babysitting. And I felt really weird, and I felt really bad for her. And I just...
Why didn't you call us and let us know?
Because I didn't know whether his brother was capable of love. Like he was just sleeping at my house to make sure I was okay. And then he comes and picks me up. And then this happens. So, I don't know.
But you realize that if they go and they were picking this girl up, they were picking her up for a reason. And their intentions weren't good.
Picking her up. I didn't know whom she was. It took me a long time to know who she was because when I saw her, she didn't look like the pictures that people were sending me. Like, she was all downed up and everything. And when she told me her name was Tammy. She said she had a twin sister. Her sister was pregnant. And I started telling her about my pregnancy. And then she was just saying, like, she just wanted to go home. And I told her the same thing. I told her I just wanted to go home too. And then now you here. It may seem weird, but I kind of felt a little comfortable because she shared this same pain. So
They didn't share the same pain. Hopefully that goes without saying because at any point Portria could have called law enforcement. She could have set Tammy free. She could have even called Tammy's family to tell them where she was. Instead, she did nothing. And on the second day of Tammy's captivity, it became very clear that she needed that help desperately because another person was added to the mix, and according to several of the criminals involved, she was the craziest of all.
So who all ended up like just pretty much sleeping there or staying the night there that morning? I know you didn't go to sleep, but who stayed there?
Hakeem stayed there. Portia stayed there.
Did you stay there?
Yes.
Right? And Tammy was there?
So what stopped Tammy from running out?
Hakeem was at the door. And there's only one door to leave. What we gonna do? Hop out the window?
Okay.
So, morning time rolls around. What happens?
But this where it gets serious. This where it gets serious. That we went and pushed the truck. And they put her in a... Oh, I left it out. This is when Scheme pulled up. Scheme came to the house. I don't know how he came, but he came, he walked in.
That same night?
No, it was when I got that food, Hakeem left, Scheme came. Scheme came.
Early that morning?
Dang it.
This is the morning?
Scheme came and Brittany was in the house too. Brittany was in the house.
So the Scheme and Brittany show up together? They were riding together?
I can't verify that part.
Okay, but they just show up around the same time?
Yeah, they showed up around the same time.
They come in the house at the same time?
I want to say like 2 minutes. She probably was out smoking a cigarette. I don't know. But she called him her son.
Brittany knows Scheme.
She got to.
Why you say she got to?
Yeah. She called him her son. I don't know him. I'm just on me and him.
Okay, so Scheme and Brittany. Brittany, what do you know as a street name?
Brittany, she's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where she got the needle from, but she had a needle with stuff in it, pointed in that Tammy neck like, tell me what tomorrow. Tell me now.
Like what
this
kind,
needle
like a sewing needle?
Like the needle you will put to, put
you get shots with.
Yeah, what you get shots with. It's fucking, I don't know where she got it from, but it looked like a hospital needle you get from I don't know, with shit in it. So she telling her like, tell me where, pointing real close to her neck. Then she wraps plastic around Tammy's face.
Like her entire face?
Yes.
That horrific story brings us to Brittany Smith, who is as confusing as she is evil. Brittany, or Bella, is the hood mom who raised Mo and Nate, despite being just about the same age as them. And according to Destiny, she came to the house seeking revenge and answers about her hood son's murder. But as we've established, she was looking in all the wrong places.
So, Thursday, no reports today, now is Wednesday. So less than a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you called Thursday last week? I know we talked the other day and kind of made some comments about you had heard about what had happened, things like this. You're aware of it.
But yeah, everyone's passing information along, so of course.
So just going back to Thursday of last week, do you recall where you were?
Yeah, I was at home.
So you were at home?
7027.
Okay.
Brittany claims she did nothing all day Friday, but on Saturday, she just so happened to visit an abandoned home her friend used to live at, where she did the very adult thing of sitting in the backyard for several hours, which definitely isn't just a weak attempt at an alibi.
Well, just tell me where you are. What kind of
on the drive-through, on Benham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
you want to be roam over there?
Yes, yeah, because my best friend used to live over there at this house. Yeah.
So your best friend doesn't live over there anymore?
No, he doesn't live there anymore. But I know how to still get in because it's his dad's property.
So why would you wonder if he doesn't live there? Is it vacant?
It is vacant, but I just was in the back sitting on the cars. He got his cars still sitting back there. That's a familiar place. He lived there for like 5 years.
And how long do you stay in the backyard of this house?
I'm there for quite a second.
What's quite a second?
A long time. I ain't gonna lie. It was a long time.
Like, you mean what, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
No. It was like a couple hours. Because matter of fact, the girl that stayed downstairs, so I didn't know that someone stayed in the house.
So the two family, like upstairs, downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that anyone stayed there. I thought that the house was supposed to be vacant.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to get in
The house.
Okay.
That's real deal, I'm being honest.
Okay.
And I needed to charge my phone for a little bit. I wonder can y'all see that on camera or not? But I climbed through the window. Real deal.
Was she there?
And yeah, but I didn't know that she was there. But please understand.
So for like 4 hours,
I'm a grown woman.
you're at this abandoned property?
It's not abandoned. It's not.
You got somebody downstairs that you found out when she climbed through the window.
Yeah, it would have been, I thought it was abandoned.
But even when you came outside the house, once you realized somebody lived there, like you was going to the backyard of somebody's house and post up.
Because I know the owner of the house. I've been knowing him for 11 years.
But like, why do you hang out in the backyard and you had nowhere else to go?
To be honest, I don't. To be honest, don't. You about to make me so upset. I sit in my house day in, day out. I got one friend, and I'm pretty sure she gets sick of my shit half the time because I go over her house a lot to go over there to eat because I've been struggling a whole lot. I don't have barely, and I'm talking about real friends. When I say friends, I mean like real friends. That like come through. I can't get people to take me to the grocery store, I can't get people to do anything.
I get it.
So I sit a lot of times.
So you're just like in
like I'm in
you said it's dark. That's what I'm saying. Don't get dark till like 8 or 9 o'clock.
That's what time I left. It was dark when I left. I know that.
It's dark?
Yes, it's not that bad.
What is that bad are her lies, which are pretty ridiculous when you consider this is what she said the first time police spoke to her about telling the truth being gangster.
I don't care what it is, don't lie. Like, don't lie, don't run.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
Keep it 100, keep it gangster. You say that this is how you is, this is how you gotta be. You gotta keep it gangster, you gotta keep it, and that's what real gangsters do. They keep it real. And you hiding, that's coward, honestly.
And her coward crap, like allegedly pulling a needle on an innocent girl, it's about to get called out.
Thursday last week.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't with Nate?
No.
And I came?
No.
In India?
No.
Portia?
No. And I'm pretty sure I am on somebody's camera.
You have any remorse for that young girl?
What, like I did something? I didn't do anything.
You did.
Okay. All right. You're going to tell me I did. I'm going to tell you I didn't. So we're not going to do that back and forth. I don't know when I possibly could have. I don't know how. I don't know when. It doesn't make any kind of sense because my phone, I am on my phone all day long.
So you're on your phone all day long, but it's so ironic that the time this young girl's killed, your phone is turned off.
Actually, my phone was on. So wait. So you telling me the girl was killed in broad daylight?
You're saying that, hey.
You saying in broad daylight?
You saying that you were at a house in a backyard.
Good question.
For 4 hours.
But it's my thing. All I want to know. This all I want to know. It's a whole.
So what
my phone is going to ping exactly.
If it's on. If it's on.
My phone is going to ping exactly where I'm at.
Absolutely. If it's on.
And it's going to. Okay.
So.
But you said, but guess what? But that was all during the day.
No, I'm telling you, I know when this girl was killed.
Oh, okay.
Right? I know when she was killed. You know how I know when she was killed?
How do you know?
Because the people who were with you told me when she was killed, and you were there.
That's impossible.
Okay, so I got multiple people telling me when she was killed and who was all there. Okay?
Okay.
So, this ain't a case where, we're fabricating and making things up.
I didn't say that you was.
So, all these lies that you've told me so far.
So now I've told you lies.
Lies, nothing but lies.
Wow. All that shit's going to match up with my phone, and now you're telling me lies. See, that's funny.
It's one thing for you to try to be loyal to whatever situation. I understand maybe Mo meant a lot to you, all right? But when people start facing significant amount of time in prison, all right, that whole loyalty goes out of the window.
No
so, I mean, everybody that was involved put you there. So when I asked you the last time you was over Patria's house, and you tell me it's been what?
Couple weeks.
But I got proof that you were over there Thursday. That's a lie.
No, you don't. That's a lie. You a lie, and the truth is not. I was not over there on no goddamn Thursday.
Actually, you know what? I take that back, and I'm glad you came across like that, because you're absolutely right. You wasn't over there.
I wasn't.
You were over there Friday, the day she died. Okay?
No, I was not over
you
there.
You a damn lie, because I tell you,
Show me.
I know that for sure.
Show me.
Okay?
Show me.
So yeah, you're right. You wasn't over there
No.
Thursday.
Show me. Show me, because I had nothing to do with that shit. Show me.
Now, this officer doesn't show Brittany the footage putting her at the crime scene, but we're happy to show you. This is Brittany arriving at Hakeem's house, where she met up with him to then go to where Tammy was being held captive. On the day she alleged, she was sitting in an abandoned house's backyard.
You're not remorseful, okay? You're cold-hearted.
I'm cold.
All right?
Now I'm cold-hearted. Okay.
You play this role.
Okay. Cause see, now you going from being one way, and now you switching over.
Because I don't want you to talk my intelligence, because right now you're lying to me, okay? You're not being truthful. If you were telling the truth, I said, okay, yeah, you're being straight up. But you're lying.
No, stop. You're mixing the story up.
When y'all came to East Cleveland and shot and killed that girl, right? You were there.
I was not.
You were there.
No,
yes,
I was not.
You were definitely there.
No,
okay?
I was not.
You came in Patria's house and put that freaking needle to that girl's neck. Okay? Miss Medical Professional.
Oh, okay, Miss Medical, okay.
All right?
Okay.
One thing about it, TNA don't lie, all right?
Okay.
All right? When you put that tape over her face,
okay.
Right? Now's the time for you to try to get out the hole. Because all these lies you telling, you a cold-blooded killer, right?
I'm not.
You a cold-blooded killer. You very manipulative. Right? All the kids that you so-called raised because you don't have your own.
Oh, look at you.
Talk nothing but bad against you.
Oh, okay.
You a lie, Brittany. All right?
Okay.
You a lie.
Okay.
All right? This story is BS.
Okay.
BS.
Okay.
All right? What did you tell Destiny? When you had to shove in your bags when we got to bury? All right? Huh?
I don't even talk like that, but all right.
Okay.
I don't even talk like that, but all right.
Mm-hmm. Just what you said.
What'd I say?
All right? When you walked inside that side door, that abandoned house, all right? When Aunt, Destiny, Patria, right? When they all carrying firearms on, and they shoot that girl right in the basement, so what y'all gotta realize is that those houses got cameras, okay? All right? And what you fail to realize is that all the ones we got in jail and already wrote statements and told on your, okay?
Yes.
And they all put themselves there, and they all say they shot and did what they did, okay? And we're gonna get in, and he's gonna say the same thing, because when his back against the wall, he goes sing. When we get Hakeem, he goes sing. I don't care how much he loves his nephew. When you start talking about a life sentence, people start to talk. You got 5 people, there are 5 people putting you there.
5 people putting me where? And 5 who? And 5 who?
You got Destiny. You got Portrait. You're gonna have Aunt. And you're gonna have Aunt's girlfriend. And you have there's one more. I get the names, but you're there, right? You got multiple people putting you there.
The reality is, almost everyone turned on Brittany. In fact, almost everyone turned on everyone. Brittany, however, did something pretty shocking.
I didn't kill that girl.
You put the tape over her mouth, all right? You definitely put the tape over her mouth. You put the needle to her head or her neck, right? You pulled her by her hair and asked her, where is Colin, okay? That's how bad you wanted him. That's how bad you wanted him.
Colin is not the shooter.
Okay.
The shooter.
I don't know who the shooter is.
The shooter is Street, and the whole time, and in my phone, it says that. The whole time I knew it was him, and he admitted to the shit and everything. Street was always the person.
That's good news. I knew nothing about this homicide for the most part until it became connected to this case we have here, the kidnapping in East Pleading, right? I'm investigating a kidnapping that's now a homicide, okay?
I understand that.
All right? So I'm telling you, for you and how determined you were to investigate and do your own homework and find out who killed Mo, okay? You and Hakeem took it to the extent that, hey, if we can't get to Colin,
But Colin was never a person of my interest.
Right.
And my
Let me ask you this. Right now, did Hakeem, did he force you something? Did Hakeem force you? Talk to me now. Did Hakeem force you? Did Hakeem want him dead more than you? Because right now is the time for you to start talking and start trying to get your back from against the wall. Because Hakeem is done. Stick a fork in him, okay? He's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. So right now is the time for you to start backtracking and trying to get yourself out of a hole. Okay, I didn't say you did anything, Brittany. I didn't say you did anything.
I did not.
I know you hurt because you lost your son, okay? I know you want Mo back. But Hakeem was willing to go to any extent to get some type of justice for Mo, okay? I never said you shot anyone. I never said you shot anyone. But you were there, Brittany, okay? That's the only thing I'm saying. I didn't say you did anything. Only thing I'm saying is that you seen the girl and they admitted that they pulled the trigger, okay? So you got some light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to be forthcoming. I can't put words in your mouth. You have to be forthcoming, Brittany, okay? And I know you okay. I never said you heard her, okay? But Brittany, you went to Portria's house, okay? She said he was at her house. You and Aunt came here, and so Aunt picked you up. You know I'm not lying. So come on, don't do that to me, okay? If Hakeem had you come over there, just say it. Just say it. They dogged that girl. Okay, I didn't say you did. You seen her. You came to this girl's house. They wrote statements against you, okay? They've already told the story. They've already told the story. We know all the players involved, all right? We got arrest warrants for Anthony Bryant. I just showed you a picture of him. The same guy who picked you up, the same day that this girl was killed. His girlfriend, we know who she is. But right now is the time for you to start digging yourself out of the hole. They never said you pulled the trigger, Brittany.
I didn't hurt that girl. I did not. I was not there.
They never said.
And I was not there when they kidnapped that girl. I wasn't there.
They never said you pulled the trigger, okay?
I never was there when the girl kidnapped none of that. I was not there.
You were present. You went to Portria's house. You and Aunt walked in the house together.
I did not kill that girl.
I never said you did.
I did not kidnap that girl. I was not there.
Okay. All right. Right.
And my phone is going to prove that I was not nowhere.
Let me break it. Say it one more time for the camera.
What?
That you wasn't there. Say it one more time for the camera.
That I was not there when she got kidnapped?
So when they sink you and give you life, all right?
They're going to give me life for not being somewhere. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't have a weapon. I didn't take her from her house. I didn't do any of that.
My case is proven. If a judge thought, hey, we had enough probable cause to come get your door in, execute a search warrant and arrest you, we halfway there, all right?
With what? So I'm not allowed to ask you? Wait a minute.
Good night.
Well, you understand. We just told you that.
No, I just was asking you a question so that we could talk.
I'm going to go to bed, all right? I
just wanted to ask you this one question.
We had enough questions.
No, this one question.
Brittany is obviously lying through her teeth up until the bitter end. Unfortunately for her, some others, specifically Destiny, didn't. because Destiny is ready to disclose the final moments of Tammy's life and the horrific part that Brittany had to play in them, because Brittany was actually the last person to speak to Tammy, and what she said, well, it was a lie.
Moral of the story is, around that night, that day, at nighttime, well, when it hit nighttime, it was me, Scheme, Brittany, and Portia. Scheme was the one handling Tammy the whole time.
So what do you mean handling?
Like he put her in the trunk. They had saran wrap around her face.
In the trunk of whose car?
In Portia's car.
So she was in the trunk?
Yes. She didn't even say anything when she was in the trunk.
But she
was alive.
She was alive because you. I know it sounds. How do you know she was alive? I mean.
Because when we got her out the trunk, let me rephrase that. Not we. When they got her out the trunk, it was Scheme pointed. Scheme. They told Scheme that we need to take her. At this point, they just eliminated me out their conversations, and I heard, they was talking, but I heard them. Like she said, Brittany told Scheme, Hakeem bailed on us. We gotta do this on our own now. Hakeem left. He's gone.
Who said that?
Brittany. Brittany is close to Hakeem, so she's gonna try to protect him. Period.
So, what happens next then?
Get out the car. We all managed to get to the house that Scheme wanted us to be in. And how we got to the house, we couldn't go through the driveway because everybody jumped the gate, including Tammy. Everybody jumped that gate. Y'all don't know what gate it is. Y'all see the gate that we jumped. Everybody jumped the gate, and everybody was there. And we was okay. Yes, we was talking when Tammy, Brittany was unraveling the saran wrap. It has to be on the scene. That saran wrap gotta be there. It gotta be somewhere around there because she put it on the ground. So she unleashes. She says, "You're gonna be okay. Nothing's about to happen to you." I'm taking that in as closure. You know what I'm saying? She's saying nothing's about to happen to you. You're okay. Tammy thinks she's finna leave. She about to leave. Everything over with. She said, and the last words to Tammy was Brittany.
What'd she say?
Brittany said she gonna be okay.
Last words from Brittany to Tammy. She gonna be okay.
Tammy's final moments were spent with a flicker of hope that she'd be set free, followed by the sound of a gun cocking. Ordered to stand by the door of the abandoned house, she must have realized in that moment that she was being lied to.
When stuff happened like this, I don't even want to remind myself. I don't even know how I'm sitting here telling y'all. I don't know. Stuff happens so fast, and I just don't even know.
Yeah, but these are important, moments at this time. So Portia has a firearm, right? And she shoots Tammy first.
Though Destiny has been the most forthcoming with law enforcement, she still stood there and did nothing as Tammy was killed, which means it's time for her to pay the piper. Though, someone else still hasn't faced the music, the ringleader of the whole operation, Mo's cousin Hakeem. At this point, everyone has ratted on him, but what is he going to tell law enforcement?
I was just mentioning, they came and picked you up last night, or yesterday sometime from Kentucky, brought you back up here to East Cleveland.
Right, 5 stars.
5 stars.
We'll be sure to pass it over for you.
Yeah, she told me,
hopefully they fed you good.
Yeah, Applebee's, but Harry told me to make sure I get him 5 stars. I forgot the other dude, man. He was cool as fuck too, though.
Cobell, Jamie?
Yeah, he was cool.
So what's your understanding of what happened with Alicia?
Man, my understanding is I guess Turquoise and Nate had set some type of plan up, and then after that I really can't specify.
But They're close, Turquoise and Nate.
Yeah, Turquoise and Nate was close. And then Nate and I guess Turquoise was close to Alicia. But they was also close to Jazz.
Gotcha.
So from the understanding, and then from my understanding was, I guess her and Nate came up with some type of plan to get her out the house, and then
Forget what house?
Alicia.
Gotcha. So Turquoise and
But I found this out like after, like I'm not involved with these people.
Sure. Yeah. You said that you and Nate don't get along. You said Turquoise doesn't like you.
I don't like none of them.
Yeah.
So we know Menjez was killed on Tuesday, November 2nd, and Alicia was kidnapped on Thursday, November 4th. And from the time frame we're able to determine, it looks like maybe she was killed on Friday, November 5th. So we're trying to make sure everyone's stories check out and who's with who and who's at this place and that place and, things like that. And that's why I said, for us to, ask you like, hey, were you at this place or this place? Others that we've talked to, they say, yeah, I was here, there, and everywhere, it's better to hear from you, like, hey, were you with Turquoise? Were you with Nate, on this day, and if you were, maybe you were with him at one point of the day and he left later in the day. Who knows? I don't know. Right. But that's stuff, we need to hear from you about. So.
Yeah, that's why I want to get my lawyer, so I can go with my lawyer with all my data, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hakeem keeps his lips closed unless he's cracking a joke. However, he makes one claim that tells law enforcement they're on the right track. He states that he believed Tammy, whose real name is Alicia, set up Jazz, whose other nickname is Mo, for murder. We promise there are no more nicknames to remember. We're in the clear now.
Let's say Alicia did set up Jazz, hypothetically. Did she deserve what she got?
No, nobody deserved what they got. And my condolences for real go to her family. She did not deserve none of that.
What if, hypothetically, she didn't set up Jazz and she had absolutely nothing to do with it? What do you think the people who are responsible for her death, what do you think they should get?
As far as...
Like a punishment?
As far as a punishment?
Yeah. What's an appropriate punishment?
Accordingly. That should be dealt with accordingly.
What if it was a person who didn't actually pull the trigger? What if it was a person who was just there but didn't stop it? Do you think they also deserve the same, or do you think they deserve less of a punishment?
That's a weird question. So, ask that again?
Well, I'm thinking about to kidnap a person and to get them from point A to point B, it usually takes more than one individual, right? So let's say there's two individuals, hypothetically. And then once a person ends up at the place where they are eventually killed, in this scenario, she was shot. If one person has a gun and shoots her, but another person doesn't have a gun, doesn't shoot her, but is there, are they just as responsible as the person with the gun?
At the murder scene with them?
Yeah.
Ain't that how it goes?
Well, I'm asking, legally, sure, those are different questions, but for you,
that's how it goes.
morally, you think they're just as responsible.
You there. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah.
You gotta live with that and process that in your brain when you go to sleep at night.
So you never hurt Alicia or hit her or up or...
Never seen her.
You've never seen her one-on-one in real life in flesh and blood in your entire life. Well, listen.
I'm just sitting here trying to think, why is
right?
Point the finger at me.
I know.
So I ain't even getting a phone call yet, but I really want to talk to my lawyer. So
okay. Yeah. We got to make sure you got that.
It's like you said, if all my shit, you feel me? Then
Yep.
hopefully I can just...
Yep. And tell your lawyer if he or she wants to come in and sit down with us and bring whatever, we'll do that. We absolutely will.
One last thing, Hakeem. Would you consent to a DNA swab?
A DNA swab?
Yeah, it's a swab. Your mouth is
In the end, Hakeem never owned up to what he did. but justice came for him all the same. He was charged with life plus an additional 25 years with no chance at parole. Brittany Smith was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 41 years. Portria, Mo's pregnant widow, was sentenced to life with a chance at parole after 23 years. Destiny was the one who managed to squeak by without a life sentence, earning 25 to 30 years behind bars due to being a minor at the time of the crime and her willingness to help law enforcement. There were 2 other people involved: Nathaniel, who was in the vehicle and had the beef with Colin, who was sentenced to 23 to 28 years in prison, and Anthony, who was the shooter that killed Tammy. Unfortunately, he refused to speak to law enforcement or own up to his actions. In response, he was sentenced to life with no opportunity for parole. So many lives were lost over a misunderstanding, and at the core is the loss of Tammy, whose twin sister had this to say at her murderer's sentencing.
Losing my twin sister is a loss that cannot be measured or repaired. From the moment we were born, we shared a bond deeper than any other relationship in my life. Tammy was not only my sister, she was my other half, my best friend, and the person who understood me without words. To lose her on our birthday just makes things worse. Every year is a recurring nightmare. I grieve not only who she was, but the future she was denied and the life we were meant to continue together as twins. This loss has changed how I sleep, how I work, how I trust, and how I move through the world. Tammy's life had value, she was deeply loved, and her absence has caused lifelong pain for those of us left behind.
Our thoughts are with her friends, family, and loved ones, as well as the family of Aminas Zion Shomo. We hope you enjoyed today's video. 85% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so if this is the kind of content you come back for, just hit subscribe. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. If you want to keep watching more, check out one of the most intense cases we've ever covered right here, or catch up on our latest upload right here.